Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and this is my sixth layout using my homemade version of the March Clique kit. And I have this tag here, that craft tag, and that's by Amy Tangerine, and it says rad on it, and the holes were poked in it. So I took some black thread and I stitched out the words so that it stands out. And I did that before I turned the camera on because it took a little bit of time. So this picture is of Layla, and she is wearing my Georgia hat, my University of Georgia hat. And I just love it. It's like lopsided on her head, and she was so happy to be wearing it. And I think that's an Instagram picture. I had put it on Instagram. She was, I want to say maybe she was a year and a half in this picture, so she was younger. And I've had that picture sitting around for a while, so I'm happy I got it used up here. So I'm taking a whole bunch of scrap papers and I am going to ink along the edges of them with my black StazOn, which I need to replace soon because it's starting to dry out. It takes me a while to get everything inked nicely. I do have some VersaFine black ink, which would have worked great, but I do have to let that dry a little bit. And StazOn dries almost immediately, so that's kind of why I prefer the StazOn for things like this, because it dries almost instantly, so I can just go ahead and put it down. But that's just me being impatient. So this background paper here is from Basic Gray. And some of the other papers I have, the black and white polka dot there is from Studio Calico. And the dark black with the writing on it is the B side of that. And so that's from Studio Calico as well. The red piece of paper that I have is from October Afternoon, and then the vellum that I'm going to use right there is from Doodlebug. So that's all the papers that I'm using. And some of them are scraps and some of them I cut into, but I went ahead and used that kind of stuff up. And like I said, that the tag is from Amy Tangerine, and I just used some white and red Martha Stewart twine and put that through the holes there. Pardon my head. I'm using my notebook paper punch here, and I only used, one punch on the outside of each one because that's all that's going to be showing, so I didn't want to punch the whole thing and then cover most of it up. But I like a little added detail. I love that punch. That's my favorite punch, and I do not use it as often as I really should. So I'm getting my layers stuck down here, and I put this picture down forgetting that I wanted to back it with cardstock and that glassine bag as well. So I'm going to end up pulling it up here soon. Unfortunately, I put these pop dots on top of the picture first, and so I kind of have to kind of rip stuff up a little bit. It doesn't damage anything, and I'm able to get it all to work again. But I literally get to a point where I'm like, Sarah, I was going to put that down. What are you doing? So I wanted a little bit more behind the picture. So the picture is is it a 4x4? I think it's a 4x4. And I have a white border around it. Yeah, this is when I realized, oh crap, I wanted to do that. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll just leave it. And then no, I end up going back and doing it. I have these oversized tickets from Tim Holtz. So I just inked the edges of those, and I'm going to layer those back there as well. They have a nice red line on them. So that's pretty much why I decided to put those on here. So yeah, now I'm deciding to do it. And I'm ripping up a pop dot, and the pop dot, of course, sticks to the paper or to the picture. But no big deal. It'll be covered up again anyway. So I'm putting this glassine bag behind it. That just adds a little extra layer of texture there. And there were some supplies that came in it, a while ago. I think it was from Studio Calico. And then I put it all on black cardstock, so I'm going to stick it back down. And I think that is much better. And I'm just kind of trying to hide the pop dot that was on here before because everything kind of got shifted up a little bit. So, and now I'm going to work on my title here, and my title is going to be UGA hat. And I didn't have any A's. I wanted to use these stickers, but I didn't have any A's, so I'm going to take these 2 D's and just cut them down to make an A. I really like these stickers. These are called, I wrote it down, Patchwork. And they are like a fabric, a very tall, thin fabric. So they're really cute. I like the way those fit in there. So since they are thickers and they are kind of, chipboardish, I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive, which I have inside my fine line bottle, and I'm going to put those down. If you haven't heard of the fine line or seen them, I talk about them in more detail in my last video, the sequential date one. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. I do get a lot of questions about it, but I've answered all the questions like numerous times. So I don't want to, say it in every single video, but if you haven't checked out my last video, it's the 12, 13, 14. Go check it out, and I talk in greater detail about that fine line bottle. So I'm using some washi tape. It's like a black and white wood grain, and put a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom. I'm going to put this star badge here as well, and then I'm going to use up all of these pearl dots. They're kind of like enamel dots, but they're pearls, so they stand up a little bit more, and they are like a nice silver, so I'm going to put those all over the page here. So I use up that package, and I'm going to, what am I doing here? I got it to do something. I have no clue what I did. Might have been doing something for the girls. I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling up here on one of these tickets, and I'm just talking about that I love this picture of Layla wearing my hat. And I'm going to use some of these Cosmo Cricut. I'm going to use the Pebbles and the Cosmo Cricut ones. I'm going to use one of each, I believe. Let me see if I can, yeah, I have it here. Okay, so that one on the bottom says Howdy, and then above that I'm going to put Dare to be Different, and then up here on the top, the black one says Happy, and the white one says Be Uniquely You. So those are the little sentiments that I put. I'm just trying to get through them, honestly, and I'm just trying to choose things that are kind of coordinating to the pictures. And I'm going to pull out some mist. I'm going to pull out this Studio Calico mist, and it's a Mr. Huey's mist, and it's called Skyscraper. And it came in one of our kits quite a while ago, so it's not something you can buy all by itself. But it's a nice, kind of like a dark gray. And it doesn't sprinkle all that great, but I make it work. So it's okay. I'm still working on my misting skills. All right, and that completes the layout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, please let me know, and I will be happy to answer them. And I will see you again real soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.